Titan Z here, back to do another video review. Still technically doing Age of Extinction, but it's a construct bot, namely Lockdown, which, except for his Dino Rider version, I think is the only version of Lockdown that's been released so far. There is no deluxes out as far as I know. This is the new $20 range, like 2-pack that also comes with a Dino Warrior. Let me see if I can... Hangnail. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. This I'm going to talk about in a minute. But yes, this is his vehicle mode. It doesn't look too bad. When I first heard they were bringing Lockdown into the movies, I was really excited. Then I saw his vehicle mode and got really disappointed. I am a huge fan of Transformers animated Lockdown. And I was a little disappointed they weren't keeping the whole muscle car of spikes and death look. I am excited to know that in the movie he will have his hook. It'll be fold away and collapsible, but he'll still have it, so I'm a happy little camper. But yes, this is his Construct Bots mold. This is also the new version of the Construct Bots. This is like second generation, basically. So there's some new things here I'm going to cover. Namely, hands don't fold away as much. They're not... The ball joints, almost none of the ball joints now are separately connected from the leg joints and the arm joints. They're all connected to these pieces. Makes them a little bit more universal, which I enjoy. Doesn't come as quite as much armor as they used to as well. Now, one thing I would state, I hope they consider doing some Fall of Cybertron customs in the near future. Why? With the new design they're using for these, you can literally bend all of the wheels down like you would in Fall of Cybertron vehicles, so it looks like it's hovering. I really hope Hasbro decides to make some Fall of Cybertron molds, because that would work so perfectly for them. But to transform this, what you do is you first unlatch the arms from the torso. You then unlatch the legs from the windshield. You'll bring the legs down. Go ahead and spin the feet out of the way. And this is really cool. Rather than having the waist joint, which was a bit of an issue on the original design, which would pop off, it's permanently attached through a spring and kind of switch system. So you do that and waist goes down. Doesn't hold perfectly in place. I kind of wish the joint that holds in place would actually clip a little tighter. But it's the job done. And then you just merely bring over the windscreen to form Lockdown's body. And this is Lockdown. Or the Construct Bot Lockdown, at least. He does have the kind of green screen, or green visor helmet on. Which is sort of disappointing, but oh well. He does come with a gun. And these are using what was supposed to be the Beast Hunters, which I never saw any of the Beast Hunter toys, or Beast Hunter Construct Bots, show up in any store. Like, they never appeared. They never saw them. So, yeah. So, for me, this is a brand new mold. So, if this appeared in the Beast Hunter ones, and I don't know about it, I'm sorry, but they never appeared in my neck of the woods. So, yeah. But this is his robot mode. Now, as he has what is considered a Dinobot warrior, this little Dinobot hangnail can become armor and weapons for him. I will show you, or at least attempt to show you. Now, this, you pretty much are going to pull apart almost everything on the Dinobot. And this is the weirdest part, as that all of them, from what I can see, have armor that kind of folds over top of their chests. And of course I went with Lockdown first because I couldn't find any kind of other Lockdown toys at the time. I get the weirdest one. This is supposed to be his chest armor. Okay. You take the upper thighs, and you attach them like thus, which kind of makes sense because he kind of looks like he has little missile launchers on them. You take the bladed hand weapons here, and there's little clips on his vehicle mode. You just snap those right on. Now, his head does something really weird. You bend it down, and then open it up, and it becomes, I can only guess, is supposed to be some kind of targeting dish of some kind of radar, because I can't explain what it's supposed to be otherwise. Now, technically, Lockdown is supposed to hold the cannon in his hand. The handle and the way the hands are now made, so rather than having the square hole with the two thumbs on both sides system, instead it's an open hand and everything just clips in. Which I don't mind. That's nice. It makes it a lot easier. The downside is, with this, he can't hold it. And to top it off, the ball joints aren't all that strong. So when you put the gun in his hand, it kind of just makes the hand go down. Same on this end, too. So what I end up doing is take the tail, spin it around, and attach it to the shoulder bit. And kind of make it a very big and heavy over-the-shoulder cannon. Which is pretty awesome. And yes, it's a very interesting push missile, as it does have a trigger to pull. Interesting concept, I must admit. When I first built this, I couldn't understand why it was making me put all this stuff in. I realized it was a push missile, but why I was putting this in until I realized it's the trigger that you can pull and fire. It's like, oh, that's actually pretty ingenious. So, yeah. This is supposed to be him in his dino armor. At least the way I put it. It's okay. Now, you could, in theory, take this off here, and the bar is just wide enough that Lockdown could also hold the handles like this and make him his own, his own blade weapon he can hold, if you so choose. Again, not the best thing. I just think he looks I think with all this armor on, he looks really cluttered. I don't think this particular mold was the best choice for, dino armor. Now, I don't have any other ones as of yet, at least of dino armor kind. So I don't know whether or not the armors can be interchanged with other Transformers yet, until I can get some others. Hopefully I can get Drift. But yeah. This, not the best mold in the universe, but I will admit, as it's the only Lockdown we currently have access to, it's not half bad, I must admit. I definitely love the gun. The gun is just nice. That looks menacing. And the two different clip points also add a nice variety if you want to go, well, I guess you could go on the shoulder or on the wrist kind of cannon if you so wanted to, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting little, they're interesting little sets. So if you didn't get into ConstructBots the first time, or you got a few and didn't like how they transformed or how they looked, give this second run a try. I think they're doing some interesting things. I really want to see what they do, see if they come back with outside of Age of Extinction other characters, if they can, again, because I think that would be really cool, because I still never got my ConstructBot Shockwave, which really stinks because it looks really cool. But other than that, again, pretty decent figure. Like I said, if you can find him, I'd pick him up. If nothing else, you'll have a Lockdown. So, until next time, this is Titan Zed saying I'll see ya when I see ya.